Welcome back to Wisdom for the Journey podcast. We share biblical encouragement and practical wisdom to strengthen your walk of faith. I'm your host today, Mamie D. Allen, and today we're going to talk about a powerful battle that every believer faces, and that's the battle between faith and fear. Faith and fear both are spiritual forces, but they move in opposite directions. Faith believes God will, and fear believes that He won't. And 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So if fear doesn't come from God, where does it come from? It comes from the enemy. He wants to silence your voice and cause you to doubt what God has already promised. That is his intentions. Silence your voice, cause you to doubt what God already promised you. But today, stand up in faith and silence the enemy's voice and say it is written, like Jesus did when he tempted him in the wilderness after coming off a fast of 40 days and 40 nights. So be encouraged today that God is greater than the enemy, because the word says, greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Take Peter walk on the water. We find it in Matthew chapter 14. When Peter stepped out of the boat, his eye was on Jesus. That's faith. We have to keep our eyes on Jesus no matter what it looks like. But when he looked at the storm, his focus shifted, and that's fear. And sometimes, we take our eyes off of Jesus and our focus shifts to the situation, and it causes us to fear. And just like Peter, when our attention drifts from God to our circumstances, fear begins to pull us under. And that is the intention for him to break you away from God, to break you away from what his word says, to take your focus. But the good news is, Jesus didn't let Peter drown. He reached out his hand, and that's what grace does. It lifts you up when fear tries to sink you. Thank God for his grace. So how do we overcome this fear? First, we got to feed your faith with God's word. That's very important, that we feed our faith with his word. His word strengthens us. His word is power. It's hope. You're going to speak life over your situation. That's how you overcome fear too. You're going to speak life over your situation. And you're going to worship your way through the worrying. Worship till you get a breakthrough. No matter, what's going on with you, what's going around you. Worship. Worship wins the battle. Remember how God brought you out before, and he'll do it again. The key point is, faith is not the absence of fear. It's the decision you make to trust God in spite of fear. I'm going to say that again. Faith is not the absence of fear. It's a decision that you make to trust God in spite of your fear. I have a declaration I'd like for us to declare together. Repeat after me. I choose faith over fear. I will trust God's promises. I will not be moved by what I see, but by what I believe. So if today's episode encouraged you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that faith is stronger than fear. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So I want to thank you for joining me on Wisdom for the Journey. Until next time, keep walking by faith. Keep listening to his voice. And remember, God is faithful in every season.